Alright, you guys, welcome back to another game. Today, excuse me, is going to be a round 2 matchup with Manectric versus Salazzle. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, I should clear my throat before I start recording. Manectric versus Salazzle. These decks both work in a very similar way, where they're trying to get out this big, beefy, tanky sort of hitter, and they're just going to try to swing, right? Salazzle's just going to try to take those prizes late game because it does more damage for every prize card it's taken. So the mid to late game is just going to start swinging, so I just have to take those few knockouts in the early game while trying to also set up one Salazzle. And once that Salazzle's out, Manectric is going to really struggle to one-hit it, because really, I'm trying to think of like what it has to one-hit it. I think Pyro Break can one-hit it, if I recall correctly, but outside of that, it's going to be very, very hard-pressed for Manectric to take the knockout on Salazzle, so it's really going to have to be that early aggression. Really hot start for Salazzle here. I got the Slammed It down, and I would really like to have this level ball go for the Spirit Tomb, and just go for this really, really early aggression. Retreat and evolve, but instead I decided to go Hex and hit and switch. And I think that might have been a misplay on my part. I mean, I know who wins the game, but I don't remember much about the game. And so I think what I should have done is just attach Retreated and Spirit Tomb to the Slammed It into a Salazzle. That way, it just kind of puts the pressure on Grady. I could retreat and Blacksmith and hit for 110 and just start really putting this pressure on him. So I think that would have been a better move on hindsight here. But I see the value of a hit and switch into, just so I can have all these support Pokemon ready to go next turn. So I can go like Porygon 2, Claydol if I can evolve, and then go Salazzle. So, which it looks like I had that out. I had the Claydol at least. So if I get an energy and I can retreat into the Spirit Tomb, that will be optimal. But it looks like I missed energy off of a Colress for 8. We whiffed energy in a deck that has, I think, like 14 energy in it or something like that. Really not good there. If I had hit that, then I would have been able to go Salazzle this turn, and that's exactly what I needed, because Grady is going to get the first attack off with that Manectric. Because here he goes into the Manectric. Looks like I'm gonna have to end for the draw supporter. I'm trying to see if I can do like an Oracle. I could have Oracled for it too, but it looks like an Oracle proved down to 7. So I'm gonna actually Lysander here, because it looks like I'm going to Evo Soda and then play the Oracle, and probably grab Floatstone, at least a Floatstone, and maybe one other card. I think that's what we're thinking about doing here. That's what it looks like, at least. So the Evo Soda, actually no, we're just going to straight Evo Soda into Slammed It. Interesting. I think I would have preferred the Oracle there. Maybe I'm just like misplaying left and right. Yeah, I see the Oracle right there. Whew. Yikes. I think I would have much preferred the Evo Soda into that and then download Oracle and use Claydol. I think I would have much preferred that, but I can see me going for this aggressive slanted. Man, I am misplaying. I think, man. Whew. There's not a good solution there. Grady having the Claydol in his active is a little, it was a little concerning, but since he's got the Floodstone, he'll be fine. He'll probably just retreat into the Manectric and hit me for 110. And in that scenario, it looks like I'm going to need to hit a Blacksmith. See, and then this is a scenario where I would have much preferred the Oracle, because I could have had an energy down on him already. So, just kind of a weird sequencing that I did, I guess. Looks like I at least grabbed one energy. Maybe I'm so focused on like just trying to get these energies out that I just screwed myself over. That could be it. But it looks like the teammates will at least grab an energy. And let's see what other cards. So it's a Choice Band and a Goop Gas Attack. So it looks like I'm actually going for a Paralyzed play, maybe? So before I Goop, I think I'm going to get Claydol, yeah. So there's the Ditto, then the Goop, and so it looks like I'm going for a Sudden Gaze, which is going to paralyze him and do 40 damage, so that puts him down to 170. Still not in Salazzle range yet, but if I can get another Paralyze off, then it would put him into Salazzle range, like 80, 110, so I would need a Muscle Band, right? Using Salazzle's second attack. So I think it comes down to like me not being able to Evo Soda an Oracle. And the Super Energy move, while not great for Grady, he realizes, hey look, this guy doesn't have a Blacksmith. His one line of play was go into Dunsparce. So, gosh, yeah, I think it just really mismanaged those resources. But no second supporter for Grady. So the only way out of this is going to be an Escape Rope or a Switch. And he's digging for it. Looks like he got a Hex there, but that Hex really isn't going to help him this turn if he discards it. And there will be a pass back into me, so hopefully I can get an energy back and and maybe another heads flip. You know, maybe we can do something like that. I'm trying to think of some math here. 40 plus the 120, 80. So I'm still 10 short if I get the Victini off. I would need the Choice Band back. I couldn't Muscle Band for it, so I could get the Victini. Looks like I'll just Claydol off the Oracle here. Let's see, at least one energy. There's the Blacksmith. So that's going to be set up for next turn if he gets some sort of revenge. And I did hit the heads again. Oh boy. This is big. So even though I misplayed this bad start, these head flips are really helping out. So Grady's going to have to find another Switch or an Escape Rope. He really would not want to AZ here. That would be very poor. Looks like he doesn't have it naturally, so he might have to draw into it. Because if he had it, he would have already played it, right? So actually, nope, there comes the Mallow, so that will probably be for... If he has the Switch, he'd play the Switch, because I think he'd want to take the Dunsparce knockout. Escape Rope's not going to help him, because I'll just go into Spiritomb. However, he does have that power on the bench to be able to bring something up and take a knockout. And that's one of the big powers of Mega Manectric, is that you are Lysandering every single turn with that Pyroar. And that's why this deck is just so powerful. Right now, I think Mega Manectric is one of the better decks in the format, as long as it's not going against like Fighting Weakness stuff. Unfortunately, there are Fighting Weakness is kind of prevalent. I think I've said it's not in the past, but here I'm realizing, Grady, dude, you don't have a second supporter. This is the Guzman, and he's like, do you mind if I take the Guzman back? I was like, sure. I was like, why don't you just Escape Rope and Fire Command, like Guzman last turn, not this turn. So, or I gooped. So I think the Escape Rope Flare Command, if he's really looking for this, maybe it's Escape Rope's prized? That could be it as well. If that's what he's thinking of. Nope, there's the Warp Point. So I don't know why he didn't Warp Point before, because I'm just going to Warp Point into the Spiritomb, and then he's going to Flare Command. Yeah. So I think that's just like the right play. Plus the Super Potion, that is really big, because I would have had a knockout coming back to him next turn. So the Super Potion actually making this deck, or making his turn a whole lot better. So if I can get an attachment and a knockout on the Flare Command, that might be a good way of going about it. It would make my first attack do more damage, so I would take the 110, which wouldn't be great. So versus Secret for teammates, this might be for energy, Gust of Wind. I think that's what I would do here, if I were me, which I am me. But we'll see. Yep, so energy, Gust of Wind, taking the Pyro knockout, drawing 2 prizes, knowing that he can't one-shot me next turn, and I'm still holding on to that Blacksmith when I Oracled. So if I can get some way to get the Max Potion, and go Max Potion, Blacksmith, and swing, then I think we're kind of in business. But this is kind of where the matchup is going to be, as the first person to take the knockout on their main attacker, right? We both lose a turn when we either Mega Evolve or GX Evolve, so we need that, we both just kind of need to knock out the opponent's Pokemon and start rolling. Grady's going to have like this Max Potion combo. I think he doesn't run Mega Turbo. We've updated the list to run Mega Turbo now, but he does have Super Potion and that sort of thing to slow me down, whereas I'm going to have like Max Potion Blacksmith. So that's just kind of how this matchup works, right? It's the first person to take the knockout on the other person's big boy. And eventually mine's going to be able to one-shot, eventually. It can't one-shot yet, and that's where if I can take knockouts with Victini early, that's where Salazzle comes really powerful, because you take your last 4 prizes by just one-shotting everything and then Max Potion Blacksmithing. That's just kind of how the Salazzle deck works, and I think it's very powerful in that regard. But a couple miscues put me one turn behind. Like I said, I think I misplayed enough this game to really set me back. Looks like I have that computer search in my hand, so it will be. I'm still holding onto that blacksmith, so it will be. The computer search is most definitely going for max potion. I can't imagine any reason why it wouldn't. And then the blacksmith will come down because I am holding onto that in my hand. So I don't see any reason why this is not max potion. Yep, there's the max potion, and then follow up on the blacksmith that I put on my deck from like 3 turns ago. And then we swing for 110 here and say, yep, Grady, I am now leading in the trade. What are you going to do? Because next turn I can retreat and knock out with Victini if I needed to. If I have the blacksmith back, I guess, if I have Versus Seeker, which doesn't look like I do. I don't have a lot of support Pokemon in the field either, so basically the only way I'm going to really get something next turn is if I transform the Ditto into a support Pokemon and evolve. That might be the way to get something back, or to at least draw some cards. If not, I think I'm just at the mercy of one supporter, and against Grady's big field that he's got set up. So Grady's Versus Seeking for something. Maybe it was a Hex, or looks to actually be Oracle because he's taking 2 cards out. So that might be the Versus Seek for the Oracle, puts it on top, and then draws him with Cosmic Power, question mark? I think he's just trying to figure out what he wants to put on the bottom of his deck. And I think what it's going to be is Super Rod first. Yeah, so Grady plays the Super Rod first, and then he's gonna Mallow. It was just a little awkward sequencing, and so. And Grady will draw those 2 Mallow cards he got. There's the max potion. I think he's just gonna. Oh, he has a Celebration Wind Shame, and I forgot that's in there. So it's a very similar thing. There is no Mega Turbo in the deck, but there should be. But the Celebration Wind works, so he does max potion Celebration Wind, which puts me back into the position of needing max potion Blacksmith. A lot easier for Grady to hit his full heal combos because he's got support Pokemon. So yeah, will be a transform, and then the evolve. I have the Porygon 2 in my hand, so now I can finally play 2 supporters and finally get something going. If I can do like some sort of draw supporter into the Blacksmith Max Potion combo, then we're back in the trade, or at the very least retreat and hit him with Victini. Those would be the 2 options here, but it will be a Guzma actually. Whew. That's really rough, as Guzma being the only one. Let's see if I have another supporter to play. If I don't have another supporter, then we are screwed. So this is going to be an N actually. So we're good. The only other option here would have been, straight ending and just praying that I get a Dowsing Machine and like a Versus Seeker or 2 item finders of some sort and getting that Max Potion Blacksmith, but I knew that was a tall order, so it looks like I'll play the bill here for some extra cards. Ultra Ball most likely going to either go for the Porygon or the... Oh, actually for Ooksy. What are we digging for? Maybe... No, the Field Blower's already gone, so I don't know what we're digging for here. Might be digging for the Max Potion Attach. I think that would be the only thing I would really see to keep his Lysander and Guzma play out of the way. That way Max Potion Attach, and if he brings me up, he brings me up, whatever, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So, checking Grady's discard pile, I think I'm checking for like Lysander effects and that sort of thing, and switching cards. Because I know he's kind of burned a lot of them, so we're actually just going to retreat and take the knockout. Whoa, that is a bold move from me. Just saying, like, look, dude, I think I can sweep your board late game. I think the Diabolical Claws that's dealing 150 damage right now will be able to sweep. I think that's what that play really signifies there. I don't necessarily find anything wrong with that play, especially since I can just play a recovery card, a shuffle card, a search card, recovery card of some sort, and then just get it right back out with Spiritomb. And especially since he is trump carding me, which puts that Retriever and the Rescue Stretcher right on back. So, just kind of my line of play is going to go recover the Salandit, put the Salazzle back in the deck, and then Spiritomb it back out. I think that's really the only thing. I'm sacrificing 3 prizes by doing that, but basically then the late game goes, I'm just going to try to race him by one-shotting everything in sight, because he can't one-shot Salazzle, so that's good for at least 2 prizes, maybe even 3. And kind of going for that trade. But the teammates here, Swoop Teleporter will grab the Baltoy, and then he's got Claydol ready to go in hand, ready to evolve. And Computer Search, so he's just setting up even more. That Computer Search most likely going to go for Hex, and just really cripple my idea of coming back and taking the Claydol. And it sucks because I had just killed that Claydol, right? I had just taken the Guzma and said, look, this is what I'm going to do. Wow. So, really not good there for good old Alex boy. I'm going for Junk Arm instead. That's very interesting. Maybe he's just trying to burn cards. Oh, Swoop Teleporter. So he's going to set up this. He values the Pyro more than the Hex, unless he already has the Hex. So nope, he values that Pyro a little bit more. So there's the Claydol. Maybe he drew into the Hex. He's reading those other. So he has the Pyro back online. Look at that board. He's got the Pyro online now. He will get the Pyro online. The USO will go for the Pyro. Or not? Oh, maybe I prized it. I think that's just kind of where it goes, unless he already... No, because if he already had it in hand, I would have grabbed him. Oh, I am yelling at Grady because he evolved in the... he evolved into one of the Manectrics, and I was like, that's an EX. And he's like, oh man, I can't remember. Grady never remembers what EXs are, and it's very frustrating. So where do we go from here? Ooh boy, just really rough. There's a Mysterious Fossil down. Maybe to stall? Oof. Like I said, I need to get this Landit back, plus the Salazzle. There's the Blacksmith. That's really not going to do much. So Versus Seeker for Juniper, and I might trump card first, yeah. Oh, really think I broke in time space. So yeah, I will trump card in Juniper, really looking to draw to at least a Salandit, because then that gets the Salazzle for next turn. Salandit energy would be like at the very least what I want here. So there's the energy. Did we get a way to search Salandit? Nope, we did not, because that energy would have gone on to Salandit. Oh, wait, no. Oh, what are you going to do with it? Oh, there it is, Lux Ball. Actually, yeah, we are getting that combo right back out, the one that I thought of. So, Salandit goes back down. Then you attach to Salandit. Oh, there's an experience share, an attachment. And then you retreat, and then evolve it with Spiritomb. The only issue is that Grady then will... if he's got some sort of Lysander play, or he gets the Pyro back out, that's even scarier. Looks like I'm just trying to burn through this deck of mine. What is the Versus Seeker grab? I already played 2 supporters this turn. Well, looks like I just kind of snuck it into my hand there. Didn't really see what I grabbed. Maybe the Juniper for next turn in case I get stuck with item lock? Nope, looks like I'm taking it back. So retreat into the Spiritomb, and then, yeah, we will evolve here. I don't mind this play at all. I think like I said, that was a line of play once I lost that war of doing 110 back and forth to each other, and this still gives me the little like race opportunity. I think next turn the goal here is going to be take the knockout on the Litleo if I can, and then go for the race. This Guzma, not the best in the world. He's going to take my only support Pokemon on the field. This is why I like playing the 3 support Pokemon, because having 2 out on the field is super important. Versus Seeker in the hand, Windstorm, Rescue Stretcher, Energy. Checking the discard pile of mine to see what I can Versus Seeker out. I don't think he sees a Lysander in there, so it will be okay. A Pokemon Retriever that I have. Might grab something. Yeah, just checking my Versus Seeker targets. I really don't see any reason why he just, I don't know what he's thinking of, why he wouldn't take the knockout. He is just seeing what's in my hand and kind of planning out his next turn. Hard Charm really isn't going to do much. It is nice because it does take away this whole idea of me taking... Oh, you know what should go in the Salazzle deck now I'm thinking of? Lieutenant Surge's Treaty. I think that would be a good card. Ooh, but Grady does get the Pyro out here. Oof, that is not great. With the Hard Charm on there, plus the Windstorm on the Muscle Band, so it's taking away just like all my outs here. I have taken 3 prizes, so the first attack will do 150 and knock out the Pyro. As long as it doesn't get the breakout, which, oops, there's the break. So I need to get a Windstorm and the Muscle Band, but the Muscle Band's already gone. Choice Band would do it too. So I have the Windstorm in my hand, but it's gonna be really hard for me to get a knockout. I need to knock out that the Pyroar. Mainly because I need to start one-shotting this Manectric. If I can find a way to one-shot it, and this is where the being back a turn from my earlier misplay is really costing me. I needed to keep. I was 1 turn behind this entire game. So looks like we're going for this paralyzed strategy yet again. Or no, we're actually promoting so I can escape rope. Into Victini, so we're going to Versus Secret for the Blacksmith here. Attachment, it's going to be a Pokemon Retriever that I have in my hand. Probably going to bench the... I don't have 5 Pokemon. Alex, what are you doing? That attack doesn't work. I have the Pokemon... I have the Rescue Stretcher in my hand. So I could have Rescue Stretchered and played it down. Maybe we recognize it. Hopefully we recognize it. If not, big misplay there, but I have that Rescue Stretcher in my hand that we saw, so... I probably should have played the Rescue Stretcher anyways, because I probably should have get the friggin' Porygon down. Computer search looks like it's grabbing Iris. Is the Iris going to be enough to knock out the Salazzle? Oh, it is going to be enough with the Pyroar. So there's the Iris. Not realizing that he will be taking the knockout on the Salazzle. So yeah, bringing up to that. Oof, this is just rough business. Gonna go ahead and speed gain at least 2 on there. I think that's all he's got in there. So Greedy just super set up now. This is just a stomp at this point. There were options that I had, but Grady's board position just kept growing and there was no way for me to stop it. So just a straight old stomperino. Really don't know what I can do here. I might just show my hand. He's got all this retreat way, all these ways to retreat, all these ways to knock me out. Even if I try to like stall with something, I don't know. Maybe this time space distortion goes for Salandit Salazzle and just promote that. That might be the only option. But it looks like I only grabbed 1, so I'm grabbing Porygon to maybe stall some way, shape, or form. Field Blower. So the other option here could be Lapras for Iris and get a Super Energy removal? Question mark? I think that might be the play. I don't think this deck plays Porygon Z, so there's no like weird Porygon Z end plays, even though that would be the optimal situation here. But we're going to Lapras for Teammates. I think I'm going to at least try to make it close. There's the item finder, probably for Choice Band. And what's the other card? Energy, Super Energy removal. Yeah, we are going for this play. And so we are taking 2 prizes here, going down to 2 prizes. The Super Energy removal coming down. Oh, it looks like I'm playing a Rosie. It's just because I didn't play the second supporter. But I think the Energy Shot on the bench is a knockout. Or Grady can just get Celebration Wind again. That might be what he's looking for. So there's the Mallow. I forgot about Celebration Wind. Yep, so there's Celebration Wind, retreats and knockout. So great game from the both of us. Grady just got ahead of steam and just did not stop. Board position was everything in that game, and he had board position the entire game. So anyways, that was the end of the game. So thanks for watching, guys.